Hi guys, so this is going to be my first wrap up and TBR. Most of the books that I read this month were from the library, so I only have three TBRs with me because, yeah, I read Eleanor and Park and I read a couple other books too. I'll link my Goodreads down below and you can just go look at my read list and figure out which ones I read because I don't even remember. If I remember, I'll just list them down below as well. And if you don't notice anything different, I tried to go blonde and it turned out an orangey, yellowy blonde. It looks better in person, I promise, but I like it, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not the worst color. I've had this color before, so it's not terrible. I'm just going to give up. Alright, so I have three books with me right now that I read, and one still needs to be added to my Goodreads. I don't know why I didn't add it yet. And then I have 4 TBRs, probably going to be more, considering I go to the library a lot. And yeah, so the first one is one that I just finished today, and that is Monument 14 by Emmy Laybourne, and I got this for my birthday, and it's just basically about these kids that get stuck in a supermarket, kind of like Walmart, during the apocalypse, and I loved this book so much. I did feel like the writer kind of thought we were children or stupid because she kept repeating things. It was very repetitive, but it was a good read, and it really did get me out of my reading slump. I was in a very bad reading slump, and as soon as I put this book down, I picked another one up. But I am going to warn you now, if you do get this book, get the second and third at the same time, because there is a cliffhanger, and I'm so mad at myself for not getting the second and third book. But oh well, I'll read them eventually. But yeah, I really like it. It's a nice, fast-paced, it's a cute read. It's very nice. And it's told from a guy's point of view, and it's very rare that you find books like that, and I do enjoy that. So yeah, that is Monument 14. Okay, I almost dropped that. The next book that I read is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I have to say, I didn't like this as much as I liked Eleanor and Park, but I did really enjoy this, and everyone knows what this is about by now. Basically, it's just about a girl who is a fangirl, so yeah, I really liked this. It was really cute, but I have to say I liked Eleanor and Park a whole heck of a lot better. And the final book that I finished this month is Insurgent by Veronica Roth, and no words. I loved this book. A lot of people didn't like this one. They liked the first book better, but I loved this. I thought this was a great sequel, because usually sequels are very slow, not very interesting, but this held my attention pretty well. I finished this on my birthday, so I'm actually pretty proud of myself. It only took me like a week. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I also finished Divergent this month, but I don't really count that because it was like way at the beginning of the month. So yeah. Alright, now we're going to move on to my TBR. So the first one that I have is actually a library book, but it's not due back until June, so I'm going to be reading it, and don't mind how gross and destroyed it is. This is City of Bones, the Mortal Instruments book number 1 by Cassandra Clare, and it's very beat up, but I've heard many great things about this, and I actually have City of Ashes here too, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to that one before these are due back, because these are due back June 5th, so I'm not 100% certain if I'm going to have time to read City of Ashes. And I also have The Host by Stephanie Meyer, but I'm probably not going to get to that one either because it's huge. So I might just renew them or just take them back and read them another time, but I definitely want to read City of Bones, and this will not be in my wrap-up next month. If I do read it, I'll just give it an honorable mention because library book. The next book is a book that I have shamefully had for 3 years now, and I have not finished. It didn't hold my attention as much as the other two in the trilogy, but I really want to read this one just because so I can say that I finished the trilogy, because this is the trilogy that got me into reading so many years ago, and that is Ink Death by Cornelia Funk. And this book, maybe because I haven't tried to read it in 3 years, I didn't hold my attention very well 3 years ago, but 3 years ago I was 14. Yeah, 2012. No, 2011, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2011, I was 14 years old. So my taste in books have changed, and I loved Inkheart and Inkspell, so I'm really hoping that I can read this book by the end of June, early July at the most. If this isn't in my wrap-up, then you know I'm not finished with it yet. So Yeah. The next book is also the end to a trilogy, and that is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. And I got this for my birthday, and I started it on my birthday, but I didn't, read. I'm only on page 19, so I'm hoping to have this finished by the end of June. But I'm not going to rush it because the ending was already spoiled for me. Because stupidly, I didn't think that since I saw the movie before I read the book. Bad me. I didn't think that I was going to read the second and the third book, so I looked up the synopsis on Wikipedia, and then I got the second and the third book. Wow. But I'm not going to let that take away from my reading, and can we please just talk about this cover? I freaking love this cover, like, so much. This is my favorite cover out of all of them. My Divergent is the movie cover, and that made me so sad, because I really want the hardcover to go with my hardcovers, but yeah, so hopefully I'm going to finish Allegiant. And the last book is another book that I've already started that I'm hoping that I'm going to read as soon as I possibly can, because I have been wanting to read this book for so long. It's not even funny. It's been on my to-read list for a while now, even before I had a Goodreads and started book 2. That is The Program by Suzanne Young, and this is about, I'm going to read the synopsis on the back. Sloane knows better than to cry in front of anyone. With suicide now an international epidemic, one outburst could land her in the program, the only proven course of treatment. Sloane's parents have already lost one child. Sloane knows they'll do anything to keep her alive. She also knows that everyone who's been through the program returns as a blank slate, because their depression is gone, but so are their memories. Under constant surveillance at home and at school, Sloane puts on a brave face and keeps her feelings buried as deep as she can. The only person Sloane can be herself with is James. He's promised to keep them both safe and out of treatment, and Sloane knows their love is strong enough to withstand anything. But despite the promises they made to each other, it's getting harder to hide the truth. They're both going weaker, depression is setting in, and the program is coming for them. And this is a dystopian romance, and I am only about 38 pages in, and I'm so excited to finish this. But am I the only one that hates floppy paperbacks? I love paperback, but this is just ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, I'm so excited to read this. And the second book, The Treatment, is out, I think. And hopefully I'll be getting that after I read The Program. And I also got this for my birthday, so I was so. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and leave a comment telling me what your June TBRs, to be read books are. And yeah, everything will be linked in the description as it always is. So yeah, bye guys.